What is going on, my friend?
Oh, not much.
Okay, we're ready, Anthony. Oh, no, we're not.
We're ready, we're not ready, we're ready, we're not ready.
We are.
Start talking, shut up. Here we go. Good.
Anthony, you can start.
I'm going to annoy you and start with the Star Wars question.
Fantastic.
And that is, well, first of all, would you say it's a fair comment to say you brought a little bit of Star Wars to Star Trek, adding a little action to the Star Trek franchise?
Yeah, I mean, I think that you could look at it that way and say that the action, some of the more dynamic and sort of visceral stuff was influenced by movies that I've loved, including Star Wars. But I wouldn't say that it was literally a conscious decision, with the exception maybe of like having, some white walls and black shiny floors in some scenes. But it really is, to me, the Star Wars and Star Trek universes feel pretty disparate.
Now, can you see yourself bringing something of Star Trek to Star Wars? What's something you've learned from Star Trek that you think Star Wars could benefit from?
Well, I got to say the experience of doing Star Trek was such an education. I think I'm still realizing what I've learned from it, and will continue to. I certainly feel like the scope and scale of something like Star Trek, which is so epic, it's so huge, that you realize that in terms of scale, like establishing shots can't be a building, or a town, or a continent. It's got to be a planet. Like you have to it's almost like being in Las Vegas when you go, oh, I'm just gonna walk over to that hotel, and like half an hour later you're still walking towards it. You're like, it's not getting closer. I'm still walking, but it's still really far away. There's a weird thing that happens with the scale of a movie like this. But I will tell you that working with the actors, the crew, the visual effects people, I learned countless lessons and hope to take all of those into the next project.
We had fans submit questions. I've got one from, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, Male from Marburg, France, who's 14.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, he was at your masterclass, didn't get a chance to ask, are you happy that young people like me have become Star Trek fans thanks to you and the actors?
Can I respond?
Yes.
I will first say that is an incredibly sweet question. I am, of course, thrilled that because of what we've all done, and it is certainly a testament to the actors who bring these characters to life yet again, the idea that there are people, young or old, who were never really Star Trek fans, who check this out and connect to it and feel like it's that thing that you must have felt when you were a kid and you saw Star Trek, where you were like, oh my God,
Right.
that's cool, that inspires me. I always know there will be people who will be somehow offended by the fact that we've started work on something that they love so dearly that anything that we do is somehow sacrilege. But I will say that for people like like him, and I'm more grateful to them, I think, than they are to us.
A question is, as the producer of the next Star Trek movie, which is confirmed, right? You're definitely producing it.
I would be producing it if one were to exist, yes.
If one, okay. So let's assume, Paramount is interested, I think, in doing one. I think Rob Moore said that they definitely want to do another one. If that happens, do you feel that 2016 is the right year because of the 50th anniversary, and 2015 could conflict with the Star Wars movie? Or are you that far into thinking about it?
Despite reports, what Rob Moore has said, there have been no formal discussions about a third film. But what I would say is that it feels like 2016 would be a great year given the sort of celebration of the anniversary. But again, I'm open to whatever is the best possible version of the movie. Meaning, if there's a great script, if the story is there, and it's possible to have that movie made and released 2015, great. If we don't figure it out until a release for 2017, we don't want a bad movie to come out just
Right.
because there's a release date, and that's true, I think, with everything. I mean, I would hope that the right movie comes out at the right time.
If
We
it
ran
is,
out of time,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
I'm really sorry.
Oh, come on, one more,
Sorry.
real quick, just one more, quick.
okay, just simple logistics. If you do a Star Wars movie in 2015 and they do want 2016, is it logistically possible? You said to Playboy it's possible you might direct the next movie, but Doing the math, how could you possibly do that?
If they want it in that period of time, it would be if Star Wars goes ahead as planned, it would obviously be a conflict. But it depends when this movie would happen. And again, as no formal discussions have even started, it's impossible to know. But in all likelihood, if there's a movie sooner, there will be a different director on the film, and it would be something that we would all get together and agree on. We love this and care about it too much, and we want to make sure that it's handled correctly. But I will say, having directed pilots and movies, and then having seen subsequent directors work on those shows or do their own versions of films, time and again I've seen it done better. And so I'm looking forward to sort of, if there is another director, it'll be interesting to see, and I'm certain that I will learn lessons watching their work.
Okay. So
Thank
great
you.
seeing you.
Oh, so great to see you also.